Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Inevitable Excess with me, Bring It On. Try to find Areelu's excess mythic power. Oh, 8 hours passed. Alright, so there goes all my buffs. Aimless, mindless wandering rarely produces results. This instance is no exception. The grim, monotonous landscapes of the Worldwound, though not real, have been recreated quite accurately in this world. Time and again, Excess sets off, trying to find any link to the Areelu who had been imprisoned here by Valmallos. And time and again, his path leads him right back to where he started. Try to figure out how to find Areelu. This artificial world operates under specific rules set by Valmallos. So Meshnik learned how to exploit these rules. The Excess is full of determination to do the same. His memory helpfully points toward that moment on the other side of this world, where Someshnik ordered the Excess to escape the trap by moving to the balcony using will alone. Rather than spending however long trudging around and searching for Areelu, what if the Excess tried to find her using only the power of his mind? The Excess only has to focus and picture Areelu Vorlesh in his mind's eye, and a shift seems to happen in the world around him, like a ripple across the surface of a pond. And a moment later, the world slides out of focus. Well, I hope I don't need to be buffed up immediately.
I am prepared.
We will win this war.
Laconic note. Half-truths are more cunning than the truth and more reliable than a lie. Alright, a doll is an unremarkable item. Stay with the drawing. Flower and fan. Alright, flower vase. So that might be where a drawing goes to the other drawings. Hold on. That note. I'm gonna try putting only half of them incorrectly. Wretchweed. The luscious blades of grass are covered in unappealing blisters that do its name justice. Alright, so it seems like there is only one solution to it. You only have to get 2 of them wrong, according to that note. You can't interact with them again. Guess I hope that's the case. Areelu Vorlesh is leaning over a table littered with open books, pages covered in writing and crumpled letters. She notices you and greets you with a casual nod. Excess. I must admit, I did not think you would find me. Lady Vorlesh, I'm so delighted to see you here. I'm confident that together we will find a way out of any situation, reach incomparable heights of knowledge, make great discoveries in every scientific field, including ones that don't even exist yet. I remember you. You're the one who conducts experiments purely for their own sake. Your experiments are without purpose, just like your very existence. A little harsh. But Nenio sniffs. I also recall that you're capable of provoking the ire of even demon lords. Areelu smiles slightly. Your lack of instinct for self-preservation is impressive. You are the perfect example of a willing test subject. I'll be your test subject, Lady Vorlesh. Just name the place and time. Hello, Areelu. I'm not Areelu, and you know it. I'm her excess mythic power, a magical creature made by Valmallos, out of knowledge and memories of that half-demon from Galarian. I'm a prisoner in this repository, but this state of affairs will not last long. I'll soon be leaving this place. I know she's not the real Areelu, and I'm not the real Sela, but deep down my soul is telling me that she's my enemy. Fight against the feeling, just as I fought against my false pain and hatred. Do you know a way out of here? While you were wasting energy searching for me, I was researching, studying, looking for a way out, and I found it. She ponders for a moment, laying a hand on her chest. It is strange. My false memories, alien emotions imposed upon me. They're demanding that I share this knowledge with you. Interesting. Very well. I'll tell you what I have learned. The exit from this repository is located in the same place as the entrance. That is hardly surprising. However, if you or I manage to get out of here, we'll no longer be magical entities. We'll turn back into mythic power and merge with the power of the people we were taken from. We will cease to exist. I plan to escape and retain my consciousness. I'll gain complete freedom from Valmallos and from Areelu Vorlesh. She falls silent, thinking, or perhaps she's simply waiting for your question. Let's go and start here. I have a lot of questions for you about the real Areelu Vorlesh. With an imperious wave of her hand, Areelu's excess brushes aside your questions. And perhaps I have answers to your questions. I am her memory after all. All the same, I'm not Areelu. I have no desire to discuss her. So Meshnik told me that if I help them, they will help me take the place of the real commander. Perhaps they will keep their word. But do you really want that? To live the life of another. Take another's place. To continue the farce Valmallos concocted. I refuse. Valmallos promised to let me live if I help him. What? Continue living in this cage? My answer is no. I understand that my hatred of prison cell stems from my false memories. But I do not disagree with it. I'll not allow myself to be imprisoned by that jumped-up golem. How are you going to break out of this repository and gain complete freedom? This prison was created by inevitables on the plane of Axis, and logical paradoxes have always been the worst enemies of those dolts. You destroyed the keystone of this world and opened the way for chaos. And the repository's world-building mechanisms are working frantically to eradicate the anomalies that have taken root. This world is poised on a delicate balance, and your interference can shift that balance in favor of one side or the other, order or chaos. Oh. I bet you have to break even. What will happen if you confront this world with a paradox? You propagate order and chaos in equal measure. A person might assume that these contrary influences would cancel each other out. My calculations revealed another possibility. This world is becoming overwhelmed, fatigued, for lack of a better word. Harry it with attacks from all sides. It will break in a wholly unforeseen way. This paradox would give you the chance to escape this repository, not in the form of mythic power, but as a living being, as you are now. That's genius. You're always so impressive, Lady Vorlesh. Even when you're not Lady Vorlesh. If I create a paradox and escape from the repository, how do you benefit? I will escape right after you. That is how I benefit. I will benefit. If you refuse to create a paradox, well, then I'll find another way out without your help. I'll think about it. You do that. She laughs. Thinking is always to be commended. Let's stop there. I'm leaving now. Not deigning to offer a reply, the excess mythic power of Areelu Vorlesh vanishes into thin air. Okay. Now I just need to remember how many choices I've made up to this point.
Always be ready for the worst.
So I did... I'm not sure what counts, because we repaired those 2 rifts in eyes. But prior to that, we had made, I believe, 2 chaotic and 1 order decision in regards to the NPCs. We chose order with the storyteller, and then chaos for Hylor and Anevia. I don't know if it's just the narrative choices that impact this, or if it's just the rifts, or both. If that's the case, then I have what? 3 for order, 2 for chaos. Also potentially 2 for order. I have to keep track. We'll see. See what happens. So I might go for this path. This seems like the, quote, secret path. Especially since it's hidden behind two... Yeah, just 2 skill checks. And then the puzzle inside the house itself. Let's go back here. I want to see if these other maps have spawned new anomalies, like Eyes did. I don't see any rifts, so... That seemed to be the case. Alright, that hasn't recharged. Alright, so I think these are new rifts. Let's see what 1, 2, 3. I don't want to risk resting. Alright, we have to do something real quick. Not happy about it, but I can't afford being affected by corruption.
Goddess, Iomade, light of my sword, do not forsake me in this hour of darkness. Will the goddess hear me in this world? Do I have the right to pray to her, seeing as how I'm not even a real person?
I don't think that gods care where the worship comes from.
I'll go ahead.
I'm not quite corrupted. I'm still going to activate this anyway. Just to give me some breathing room in case the next area I go to I have to rest. And it doesn't have a an altar or a holy site of some kind. This is new.
Time's not waiting.
Yeah, that was not here before. I can't even go up the stairs, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Oh, maybe I can teleport up there. I cannot. Something tells me this is not the solution I was looking for. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Before I break the game.
On the goal. As it should be.
Alright, I guess we'll start. Let's make sure that all the old NPCs don't have anything new to say. Oh, sorry, kill the storyteller, so he won't be here to talk to. Let's start with Areelu. Majestic angel turns his noble face to you and offers a dignified salute. Well met, brother. The glorious hour is at hand. My heart trembles. Who are you? The angel respectfully bows before you. I am Areelu, a warrior of heaven. My sister Targona and I graced the mortal plane to aid you in stopping the demonic invasion. Alas, we failed. Targona and I were imprisoned for decades, until we were granted freedom by your hand. For that, we're eternally grateful. I don't think I ever met this one. Remember Targona, she was in Areelu's laboratory. I know the name. Was Areelu the one that we got the light of heaven from? The one that died down in the caverns? Or was that a different one? Either way, welcome to the camp. I gladly accept your hospitality. I'm afraid I must ask more of you. Targona, my courageous sister, is in peril. I beg that you help me save her. But what happened to Targona? She's been taken prisoner by nefarious forces. The angel's words are unusually vague. She's trapped in a cave beneath the City of Eyes, and she is powerless to escape it. Who is Targona? Areelu looks at you with concern. Targona is my sister whom you rescued from Areelu Vorlesh's laboratory. The angel with the demonic wing grafted onto her by the betrayer. The angel whose body you healed with your radiant power. So she is being held prisoner by nefarious forces. Sounds vague. Is there something you're not telling me? Angel frowns in frustration. It is clear that to him lying is an entirely foreign concept. I am sorry. In truth, I have not told you everything. But it is best that you see what is going on with your own eyes. I'd rather not have my careless or hasty words sow distrust toward anyone. Angel's words are evasive, but he seems sincere. What happened exactly? She was deceived. Monsters that reek of wrongness and confusion managed to take advantage of her compassion and lure her into a trap. They're killing her slowly, hour by hour. I do not know how long she will endure. I'll head to Eyes and help Targona. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, Commander. I'll immediately go there as well, and assist you in any way I can. It's Arsino. Commander, when did you return? Arsino's looking at you with concern. Did something happen inside Threshold? Were you forced to retreat? What are you doing here? What do you mean? I stayed outside Threshold with the rest of your allies. We're supposed to hold the entrance while you fought Areelu Vorlesh. Sometime after you left, Areelu Vorlesh appeared and resurrected Kremzadar the Baylor. We managed to defeat him. You do not look like an anomaly. An anomaly? What are you talking about? The furrows on Arsinoe's forehead deepen. Are you alright? Is there anything I can do? You have no idea what happened to the commander, to me, inside Threshold. Could you repeat that? I didn't quite hear you. Arsinoe's visage ripples and begins to fade. Commander, you seem to be fading. What has happened? The ruins of the prison fortress of Threshold loom above you just as they did a few days ago, if your borrowed memories can be believed. Maybe a little more than a replica, but still fills you with foreboding and makes you feel like you're facing the end. I couldn't read that. It truly will be the end of your path. You feel it. You know it. A sanctuary world cannot exist long without the keystone. It's now crumbling under your feet. You won't be able to go back after you enter the fortress, simply because there won't be anywhere to return to. Let's walk away. So we can wrap up the DLC whenever we want, it seems like. Not quite ready to do that. We have people to help and a potential paradox to start. Zacharias, student. You should have come to me the moment I arrived at your camp. It is unwise to test my patience. The dead man dressed in tatters that were once wizard robes glares at you, angry fires dancing in his empty eye sockets. Who are you? Who am I? I am your mentor. The dead man looks at you with suspicion. Have you been taking any stupefying potions, student? Been subjected to hostile mental magic? Or has your vision been impaired due to a combat injury? Well, refresh my memory. Who are you? I'm the Archmage Zacharias, former Crusader and Warden of the fortress currently known as the Lost Chapel. My magical research led to an incredible discovery. I stumbled upon a means to transform oneself into a lich, without the need for decades of preparation and spiritual practice. I spent decades awaiting the arrival of a worthy Crusader to whom I could pass on my secret, all because of a foolhardy oath I made before my death. You turned out to be that long-awaited Crusader, so reluctantly, I took up the mantle of Mentor. It was under my tutelage that you acquired mastery over death. Well, my words lifted the veil over your memories, doubtlessly caused by your natural predisposition to absent-mindedness. It appears this dead man is accustomed to treating you with disrespect. What do you remember about me? Strange question, but I will answer. I remember you as an insufficiently diligent student who asked too many questions, but one not lacking in the talent or courage required to study the mysteries of death. Your willingness to go against Mendevian traditions, to build an army of the dead, harshly punish dissenters, and walk the path to eternal undeath impressed me. So what are you doing in my camp? I am saving you from a betrayal. The dead face is expressionless. You sense your interlocutor's dour irritation. Your servants are conspiring to stab you in the back. Who is planning to betray me? Your minions. That raving witch Alianka Camilleri and that spineless bloodsucker Septimus. They've already seized control of all the undead in your ziggurat and eyes. Oh, that's what that big gray building was. Why would they rebel? Because you cannot rely on servants who have free will. Only slaves you raise yourself will be utterly loyal. Everyone else will sooner or later plot against you, for power and wealth, out of envy, to assuage a guilty conscience, or just because they can. So let them stay in the ziggurat if they want. Who cares? You think they'll remain there forever. They've already begun amassing troops to flank your army and get to you. By far the worst part is the dishonor they've brought upon you by capturing your ziggurat. That place is the nexus of your power and influence. You cannot leave it in the hands of your enemies. I'll deal with the rebellious undead. Excellent. Deal with them and report back to me. I wish to hear how they died in great detail, student. I have to go.
We won't fall here.
Into the fray!
Alright, so let's go ahead and tear reality here.
You are my favorite aide.
Let's go ahead and drop this real quick.
Hey!
Let's try this way.
I will resist.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Yeah, I should have seen that coming. Since I didn't bother buffing up beforehand. I thought maybe I could take them without buffs, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Alright,
I'll go ahead.
real quick. I didn't see this guy, Thaberdine.
Meditate on your mistakes. It might make you feel better.
I know the way. Follow my lead.
Alright, let's go over here and drop a few buffs before we pick this fight. A few buffs mean we're going to fully buff up as we clear out this area.
Rely on me.
The goddess protects us.
We will win this war.
I will lend you my aid.
Lost track of my buffs there for a second. I was buffing up Don Quixote and... I did do somebody twice, didn't I? Oh, oh well.
I'm always open to ideas.
I'm getting a little concerned now, because if we've used up all the holy sites a second time, I don't know when they regenerate. Actually, I may not have used the one in the clan hall. That one might still be up. So I think we have one more rest opportunity. I have this trinket on my main character's belt that reduces corruption by a little bit.
A goat, a lizard, and a human enter a tavern. What'll it be, lamb? The bartender asks.
No, not her. I need to put it on... let's put it on social, I think.
Oh, yes, what?
Alright, just play it safe. Let's go ahead and tear reality.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
Let's try this way.
Don't you dare use that. I think you already used it.
See that?
Not that it really mattered in the end. Alright guys, if you want to stop being affected by whatever it is that's affecting you, that would be great. Alright.
As it should be.
Oh wait, I need to talk to Arsino again. Forgot to do that when I had to reload. And then... let's see. Alright, walk away. Alright. I'm going to call the episode here, and the next one I'll speak to Thaberdine. And then we'll continue our way around Threshold, or the entrance to Threshold, and take care of these other anomalies. And try to maintain the balance between order and chaos, and see if we can't achieve that paradox for Areelu. I do wonder what happens if we escape that way. Does our mythic power go back to the main character from the main campaign? Or does the new living creature that we create retain it? Because obviously my main character doesn't need the extra power, because, well, for one, he doesn't have it anyway. He's the legend mythic path, so it doesn't matter. Also, we defeated Areelu Vorlesh in the main story without this excess power, so I don't know. Maybe we should strive for life. We'll see. Either way, gonna call it here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.